Welcome back to Flipper Flicks. We are a movie review podcast every week. And Adam's just staring at me. So, Tim,
wait,
what are you waiting for?
Oh,
You ruined it. You ruined it.
What are you waiting for, dude?
What are you waiting for?
I am Tim, and I guess I'm not wondering for anything anymore. We have social media, in case you weren't aware.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram is our main platform, followed by Twitter, and then
Did you say platform?
Yeah, I did. Just keep going.
Okay.
We post on there all the time. You can chat, say, whatever. Follow our memes and our goodies and our little hints at what we're watching. Follow along with us. Watch with us. And then we also have a website, flipperflix.com, where we appreciate recommendations and,
Indeed.
just, email us if you don't want to talk to us on Twitter or Instagram. You can find our podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, and other platforms out there. Pretty much all the big ones and some of the not so big ones, I guess. We post episodes every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless we don't. In which case, we probably have a bonus episode. But,
Or it got posted at 5 p.m. No big deal.
Or it's a holiday.
Or it's oopsies.
We somehow corrupted a file. We don't know how that happened either.
Yeah, that was weird.
Super professional.
So
Oh, shoot. Also, some big news for this next month.
Big news!
At the Beaufort Film Festival from February 22nd to the 27th. We are a sponsor for one of the awards, the Comedy Award. And I'm assuming one of us will be a spokesperson for that, but we'll find out. I probably Adam, because I may not be able to attend, but we'll see. I don't know.
And
we might make Sam do it.
He gets to present on stage and sing or make
no.
a pun. Like, that would only be the correct way to do it.
What about an accent?
You have
or an
to
accent.
with an accent. A pun while singing with an accent.
Yeah?
You also have to eat something and do like a dance move because we have like so many different things that.
Yeah, but Tim, you haven't done any YouTube videos yet?
I no comment.
Okay.
The ground
That's
isn't
not
level.
true. He ate cheese on pie.
No, but he hasn't done his karate moves yet.
Oh, yeah, no. Or your spaghetti lassoing.
Yeah.
Spaghetti
what the hell happened to that one?
I have no idea.
It just got lost. He sent it to us. It's just lost.
It got lost in the pod.
There's a whole archive of the videos that Jim did somewhere.
Those are also corrupted.
Yeah.
All corrupted. You can't find it. I don't know why.
Weird.
It's very
Yeah,
weird.
so this week, I got branching out. I'm moving on with or without you guys.
That's fine.
So branching out, basically.
Wait, did you say your name?
I'm Adam. I did not.
I can't prove
Don't
it.
So
believe you.
this week, we had to try and find a movie, or I had to try and find a movie that kind of was out of my normal realm of watching.
Indeed.
Indubitably. And I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a German movie. It seems like a very particular country. And I was like, I don't know, fuck it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched Wir sind die Flut.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I think it means we are the tide.
It
did say that in English
or something
one.
like that. Yeah, it's probably
We Are the Tide.
but
Yeah. So this movie is about, here we go, the synopsis. On the coastline of Vindholm, one morning 15 years ago, the ocean just disappeared. Since the emptiness has been raising, not rising, because it's not rising, questions and anxiety. The cause of the phenomenon remains unclear. With a new theory at hand, the physicist Micah, 28 years old, is one of many young scientists who is trying to get his hands onto one of the university's rare scholarships to explore the phenomena.
Oh.
What?
This is some of this is starting to make sense.
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah. So we watched it on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
But to get into why I picked this film, other than it's German, I thought it sounded interesting from the synopsis. It grabbed me.
Is that the synopsis that grabbed you?
Yeah, that is the synopsis that grabbed me.
I'm just checking.
That was the synopsis.
Did you watch a trailer?
Nah.
Okay.
I was just like, that sounds interesting. Let's do that.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna roll into my expectations.
Okay.
I expected. Oh, we saw it on. I said we saw it on Amazon Prime. Spoilers. And here we go. So expectations. We are really good today. I wasn't really sure. So we got some precursor messages from Tim about some subtitle fun.
Yeah.
So I was expecting that, but it's a mystery movie, so I was kind of intrigued by that because, I mean, have you ever wondered what it would be like if the ocean just disappeared? Mm-hmm. You have?
No. Oh. I'm agreeing with the sentiment.
Okay, yeah, so like that's what really got me because I was like, what would happen? Mm-hmm. But they didn't. They went a different direction than I was thinking. But how about you, Tim? What were you expecting?
Well, I was looking forward to it. I don't know. I just overall, I didn't really read the synopsis or anything. I think maybe I did. I don't remember if I read it or I paused it and went back and read it. But
that might have been. That was probably how. Would have been helpful.
I did definitely pause it at one point and go back and read it. So I don't know if I read it beforehand or not. I can't remember. Like when you first told me what movie it was. I don't know. I was just excited. Like it seemed like a movie that was right up my alley. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like the branching out.
Like, sure.
I felt like the branching out part of it was more that it's a German film than the actual genre. Because I didn't feel like watching another like Korean horror film.
Yeah, no, I feel you. That's understandable. I don't think that's branching out anymore at this point. But
I know. I feel like South Korea and India are no longer branching out.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just staples in our movie watching.
Damn it.
Vocabulary?
Well, yeah. All right,
list,
Sam.
Genre?
Oh. Yes, Sam. What are you waiting for?
Ha 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 ha! I get it. I didn't get it when she said it the first time.
Yeah, because I got interrupted.
You're welcome.
Anyway, I was interested in this film because Adam was really hyped about it, and I was like, all right. And all he told me is that the ocean disappears, and I'm like, oh, okay, is this like a climate change movie? Is this a documentary? And then he's like, nah, it's like a mystery. And I was like, oh, okay. Either way, I would have been in, honestly. I love ocean documentaries, and I like mysteries. So I was hyped regardless.
Yeah.
Despite Tim's warnings, which I guess we can get into.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring that up. So Amazon Prime, if you're listening, because, I mean, I feel like Amazon listens to everything just like Google.
Mm-hmm. Jeff Bezos does. Wait, he's not head anymore. He still does it.
Yeah, he still does it. He has a whole wall. Anyways, he looks like the guy from The Matrix, Tim. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No,
anyways.
The Morpheus dude, right? That's who he looks like.
Yeah, I was thinking of the architect. The guy with all the, like...
I know, but I took a spin on it.
You went for the bald version.
Yeah.
I like it. But the subtitles were off. Like, off? Not like 5 seconds off. No.
At first, it wasn't that bad. Cause
it was like 10 seconds
You made it 30 minutes in, and you were like, I don't know about this. And we made the decision to press on, and we were like, we'll watch 5 minutes of it. And at the 5-minute mark, because it progressively gets worse, at the 5-minute mark, it was really only like a scene behind. So you could remember what happened. But once you start, I mean, it might have been the 30-minute mark. It starts to get like 2 to 3 scenes behind.
Yeah.
And that's like just a mental exercise at that point.
You gotta... Yeah.
I forget what happened. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I get really confused because I don't know what the words are supposed to be attached to. And
so you know that episode in Sunny where Mac talks about how he mutes it and he and Dennis talk over the movie?
Yeah.
That's what Sam and I were doing.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, at that point, I was watching a picture show. I wasn't like,
I know.
There was no sound or any words or anything.
Yeah, and I feel like that was like the gist of it. Like at a certain point, it was hard because I was only watching the movie, right? And I wasn't reading as much because I'm like, whatever, I'll get the context of the scene and I'll make up my own dialogue. And after a while, our dialogue was actually pretty close. A little more colorful. We threw a little more curse words in. But the gist of the scene was the same. Yeah, exactly. And so I thought that was kind of cool that you could, like, read the movie enough to, like, figure it out. But I know there was one spot where he, like, goes down into the ocean or whatever, and then he looks up and there's all those people on the hill. And it was a few scenes back, and they said something like, oh, shit, I don't know what they said, but it totally didn't match the
somebody
scene at all. But somebody yelled, yeah.
Like, it lined up with the subtitle.
Perfectly.
There's somebody standing out there, and you're like, wait.
What?
That does that. Yeah, I was like, hold up.
Yeah.
Because I remember.
Wait, are we? I was like, oh shit, we caught up?
Yeah. And then I got my hopes. So that was like one of those moments where I got the brain scramblies because I was like, wait, no, that just happened to be the last scene. So.
Dude, so what we tried to do at one point, so we have like a little mini projector. We like put it up on a stand behind us, and we were going to project it over top of it, but like
so you could
push it forward so it would like line up. But I don't think that would have worked in the end because it just kept getting worse.
It did keep getting worse, yeah. But it might have got a little bit closer.
It might have been a little bit more helpful. But then Amazon Prime was like, no, you're already watching it.
And I was like, what if I want to watch it in 2 places, bitch? Like, it's not allowed.
Like, oh,
I know, it was terrible.
But with all of these like subtitle issues, I struggled to write notes because my brain was doing 2 things already, and I can't do a third.
Well, and the thing was, like, you didn't know when the subtitles were going to come because people had already talked and you're in the middle of a quiet scene, and thank God for those because we got to catch up.
You actually get to catch up a little bit. You're like, all right, good. All right, cool.
Which normally, like, a quiet scene is when you would write your notes, at least for me. So it was very stressful movie watching situation.
Look up, write down. Oh, shit. There's words. That doesn't make any sense.
I feel like I missed half the dialogue, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Making up your own work.
Confused. Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Because, like when so the premise of the movie, like, from the synopsis, he's like this PhD candidate, and he wants to do his theoretical research, goes out to Vindholm where this happened, which, by the way, the synopsis doesn't say shit about how a bunch of kids disappeared.
No,
what the hell is that about? I was so confused. That's at the point where I stopped it and had to reread the synopsis because I was like,
that's what it was.
I was like, I thought this was about water.
I did too. And then a bunch of kids are disappeared. I'm like, well, no, this went very dark.
Yeah. And they dropped that shit pretty early.
Yeah.
Like, it was, like, I mean, it was late to us because, like, it's 4 scenes in at that point. But, like, it would have been what would have been the first scene with her narration. And I was like, wait, hold up. How is this working? Like, we've got some, oh my God. That was just wild.
I know. And, yeah, because there was one point where the Hannah chick was, like, walking off the bus getting money from people. That threw me off. I didn't realize she was a tour guide until the fucking end of the movie.
Oh. Well, the first one, when she got off in Vindholm? When she got off the bus, she had asked people about, like, oh, are you sure you can get another 2-day ticket or something? So I kind of assumed she was a tour guide. But, like,
I missed that line.
It didn't make, well, it's not like it made much sense because it was 3 scenes later.
Tim, did you get that line?
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
This is all news to me.
Dude, it was so confusing. At one point I was reading about, like, you did something to your dad, and I was like, whose dad?
Right, like, wait, what?
It did take me a while to, like, kind of figure out
that she was really the boss's daughter.
Yes.
I didn't. I thought that was just, like, something he made up.
Yeah. And then I also, like, I know they kind of buried the lead with their relationship, but, like, it also took me a while to wrap my head around that. I think that, like, they had, like, previously, you know, been together, but they said they weren't together. Right. I don't know. Some of those deeper moments, I needed my dialogue to be caught up with the scene.
Yeah. But, like, you get to the town and, like, clearly nobody's allowed in. There's military.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I was reading something. There were, like, 3 notes about this movie.
Nice.
One of them was that this movie originally had more military scenes.
Oh.
So I wonder if they cut that but didn't cut the subtitles. So it, like, fractured it. It, like, caused it to be off. Mm-hmm. Because if you keep adding little military scenes in, it's going to progressively... Like, if you keep cutting little scenes, the subtitles are going to progressively get off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I just don't know how subtitles works. But I was just like, how would you not know that you messed those up?
You're overlaying another file on top of it.
Okay. But doesn't somebody check it? Maybe not.
Well, if they did cuts on...
Afterwards.
Yeah.
And this one just seems strange in general with how it was done. I don't know.
I also felt like there were lines for the subtitles that weren't actually said. Like
Yeah.
on one of
Dude, there definitely were.
Yeah. Because I was like, on one
He
of the
fell asleep.
scenes, dude didn't even talk. And then there was 2 things of dialogue. Like somebody having a conversation for that scene. And I was like, what?
Right. Like, a lot of it hurt my head.
Fair.
We tried to find it on Google. We tried to find it on, like, Apple.
Yeah, we were like, well, maybe we'll just find a synced up version.
Yeah,
Doesn't
well,
exist.
maybe another version exists out there. Because I was like, I want to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought I was... Regardless of all the subtitle stuff, I found this movie very interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was fully in, but
Yeah.
I had
still
no
am
idea
in?
what was going on. I still have no idea what was going on with the kid thing. Like,
So, like, are you talking about Maddie?
no.
Let's start there.
No?
Well, we can start there.
So, yeah, Maddie's some, like, super genius kid writing, like, high-level physics and calculus.
Mm-hmm. But he's dying.
But he's dying from an unknown ailment. But so he goes out to sea?
Yeah.
Or, I swear I saw bones on that bed.
Oh, I thought he went out to sea to stop time.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too. But I thought I saw bones and it messed with my head. I'm pretty sure he went out, stopped time, and in reality, he just stopped the tide. He got the M and the D switched.
Yeah.
And he stopped the tide.
Because Maddie was the one that showed up when he first found the footprint, right?
The one that kind of looked like him as a child?
still in the world, yeah. Right?
No, that kid's dead.
What?
I don't know.
I don't really know, honestly.
I would at least like to watch like the last 20 minutes of it with it synced up.
Right, because then you could actually... He'd probably
That's
tell you
where
everything.
That's where they start getting a little in depth on it, where it needs to be like linked, and I'm like, come on, I can't read this and watch this.
Yeah, because it seems like Maddie knew that the tide was gonna stop, and so he specifically chose that day, and he walked out there. So I assumed he was still alive with all the other kids, and that's where.
How did the other kids get out there?
Dude,
Right.
I don't know.
What? I don't know.
They jumped off the edge.
They went with him.
There's definitely, I felt like there was something symbolic about how it said, the sign said, don't jump off the edge. Mm-hmm. And then she wrote, please jump off the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, there's got to be something symbolic about that.
Of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still not certain.
Yeah, like, I feel like, all right, so Micah walks out there.
At the end or at the in the middle?
Both. All right, so they do it in the middle, but they don't go barefoot? Like, is that part of the equation?
Dude, that's what I was thinking.
Because, like, he sees the kid when he takes his foot out of
when he
the
actually
thing,
gets barefoot.
right? So I think becoming barefoot is part of the equation for some reason.
And kids playing in the water barefoot
Makes
wouldn't
sense.
be weird.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. Like, there's, like, a threshold of, like, how far you go or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
In your bare feet. Because I don't know. There has to be, right? I don't know. And I don't know that they fully explained all of it, regardless of if the audio was synced up, to be fair.
Yeah. And which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Mysteries are allowed to end in a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't need Scooby-Doo every time.
No, we do. We need Scooby-Doo in this instance.
Okay. In this instance, yeah. I started writing notes. Was he Maddie? Did he stop time? No, clearly, because he's old if he is Maddie.
Right. That's what...
Yeah, that kind of hurt my brain because it seemed like he was, because he was talking about how when that guy took him in, like, this is my room, like, I know the password to the box or whatever. So I was convinced that he was.
He never knew the password.
Yeah, he did. He said it was 1908.
I thought that was the dad.
Who knows? It was
One
a
of them
subtitle
said
unsynced.
it.
Somebody knew the password.
Clearly the dad did.
Yeah, but even if it was the dad...
Why wouldn't he have opened it?
Yeah.
It's got to be Micah.
I thought so too, because he doesn't open it till later after Micah would have presumably told him, and then he's like surprised and finds the tape.
The depressing tape.
Was it depressing? He was basically just saying, sorry you cried a lot. I'm going to go stop time. I don't know, I guess.
Sorry
Did
you cried a lot.
I have no idea.
Yeah, we were figuring it out at one point. Like,
I'm
where
so
they were
very
synced.
lost, yeah. Yeah.
And then, but what's weird is, like, he went out to sea, yet Yana was, like, going around being like, there's anti-gravity.
Yeah, like
here.
dark matter around the pool, right?
Right.
Dark
and then
matter
I was,
in
like,
this whole
making the water
circle.
move or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was reverse gravity.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? What?
Huh?
I don't know enough about reverse gravity to understand how that would work.
I would assume reverse gravity would pull things up.
Right. Not pull the tide out.
Would
The
it
other
just,
direction.
I would imagine reverse gravity would just mean nothing is pulled in any direction.
Ooh.
Just
Oh.
release. It's just released.
I would think
from-
that. I would think that'd be null gravity.
Where's a physicist? Get my brother on here.
Yeah. No, but maybe they were talking about how. So the tide clearly goes towards the land, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe she was saying that the tide was going a different direction. And that was the reverse gravity. It might just be a translation thing.
Oh.
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah. Because, you know, in German, they have a word for everything.
Yeah.
Everything. It's weird. It's cool, but it's weird.
Yeah. I guess I don't understand the significance of the pool then, because he's going there to research it, and his calculations are wrong because he's looking offshore, right? And then she's like, you gotta look by the pool. But then we don't really get anything from the pool.
Right, you don't really, nothing really happens with that.
Unless we lost a bunch of subs.
Yeah.
We
Well-
probably did.
There is a chance that we missed something or it was not there.
But there wasn't any, well, I guess we can't prove that there wasn't an
Yeah, we
audio
can't.
that we didn't get subtitles for.
Because there, at one point, we're looking for the center of the circle.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed that.
So basically, the whole theory is that there was like a semicircle,
Right.
which was just the beach shore.
Yeah.
They weren't thinking that it went fully around the town.
Yeah, I
And-
remember her saying that.
And the reason why she said that there was like someone with the reverse gravity in the pool was based on where the pool was.
Mm.
So she was saying that there was someone keeping the tide out from the town.
Interesting.
And then basically Micah had to go and bring the tide back.
Which didn't make any sense either.
No.
Right, I don't-
but it's sci-fi. I don't know.
I just really wish I could have just actually followed the movie. Because
I
I'm
know.
really interested in it still. I just don't have any idea what's going on.
I know. I find it interesting, like, well, they were like basically in like hazmat spacesuits, which I understand why they don't know what's going on out there, and I'm sure that was probably protocol.
Yeah, probably.
I'm guessing people aren't like, you should stick your toes in the mud.
Do it.
But dude, those mud fields would smell like absolute.
It would smell bad.
So bad.
All that
Yeah.
salt
Because-
water and whatnot.
Well, salt water, but you have to also think when the tide goes out like that, if it just like disappeared, there's a chance a bunch of fish just like died.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But this
You got all
is
that
15
dead
years
fish
later
and-
or whatever.
I know. That's what we decided too. We're like, it was probably real gnarly for the
Yeah.
first
For
while.
a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Just wafts into town constantly.
Oh no.
The sea breeze.
That's like when you show up to the beach at red tide.
Oh,
Ugh,
just so many dead
it
fish.
smells horrible.
There's no point to go to the beach during red tide.
But
Dude, okay, let's talk about the priest dude.
I didn't. I mean, obviously, I didn't understand.
How did
that.
he sneak into her car?
I don't know.
Tim?
It's magic.
Yeah.
Sci-fi. Boom. Roasted.
Boom done. The time travel. He figured it out.
Yeah, there was at one point I was like, maybe Yana is really Hannah's mom, and Hannah is their love child.
Whoa.
And then I was like, but Maddie's a child, so this makes no sense.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Well, and I guess the whole town, the kids disappeared except for Hannah, right?
Yeah, she must have been a right above the age. So, I don't know. Was she out of town when it happened? Maybe. Why is she the one giving the tours?
I didn't even know she was giving tours until you said
Why are they even giving tours? Like, there's military to keep people out.
Didn't you guys notice that, like, apparently the priest guy thinks a lot of tourists are his son?
Oh. I don't think I got that.
Oh. I was thinking a little bit better there, I'm guessing.
Oh.
It was the bar. It was, I forget who said it now, but yeah. Someone's like, oh, yeah, he thinks everybody looks like Tobias.
Oh, okay. Anybody that's of a certain age looks like Tobias. Oh, man.
It was confusing. But it was fun.
Sure.
I will say, the music was fucking beautiful.
Music was good.
It was really good.
I was like,
it matched the scenes, it seemed.
I paid way more attention to the music this time than I normally do. And I gotta say, it worked.
Yeah. It kind of gave me, like, Interstellar vibes a little bit.
Right?
Yeah.
Partially because they were talking about time.
Because they were talking about time and, like, the music was very moving like that.
Yeah.
And they had that whole scene with the tide. I half expected a giant wave coming up and just crashing into the town.
That would have been great.
It's just been going out to sea for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
It's just this giant fucking wave after 15 years.
How come nobody saw that on satellites? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I also thought all of the ocean disappeared, but not just this one town's. Really, it's just the tide went out and never came back.
Yeah. Which, if you think about it, is really bizarre.
Oh, yeah.
Because I thought that I was on the same page. I was like, oh, there's no more ocean. Okay. But really, like, how would they... It makes more sense to be like, nah, around this town because of all their projections and they have exact shit that they're looking at for their project.
I don't know. It was crazy. I really wish I had all the subtitles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach out.
That'd be great. Reach out and see if we can actually watch it. And then I want to, like, redo it and...
Episode 2 Electric Boogaloo edition?
Yeah. We'll do a shorter episode where we're just like, this is what happened!
It's either going to be amazing or garbage!
I don't think it's going to be garbage.
Yeah, I feel like if I had everything, like, there were some cool scenes, like, at the end when the tide did finally come back, and, like, she found him in the town, and he came back. Like, the music was very, like, there with you, like, I'm like, I can tell the climax is happening, but I don't know what they're saying. Like,
I know.
And I, like, wanted it to be, like, my aha moment, and then I had to wait 5 minutes to get my aha moment in the credits.
Oh, yeah, did you watch all the credits?
No.
Oh, you missed a shitload of subtitles.
Yeah, you did. Like, the whole credits, you got subtitles.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. But at that point, I was fed up.
He's like, I'm not doing this. I don't care.
Because I actually thought about that in the beginning. I was like, well, I will have time during the credits. And then, like, the credits started, and I sat there for a second. And I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
On principle alone, I'm not doing this.
It took it a few minutes to start up, too.
It did,
That's what I mean. Like, I sat there, and it was like, it didn't have anything for a little bit. And I was like, I'm out.
Fuck it. Now, this was a shorter film. We're talking 80 minutes.
Yeah.
How'd you like that, Sam? After our 2-hour debacles of recent.
I did enjoy it. And I felt like there were, like, purposeful holes, as there are in time travel movies, right? Because they didn't quite wrap it all up, it didn't seem like. But I felt like it had my attention.
Oh, yeah.
And not just because it was shorter. Like, it was, like, it had my attention. Although...
I didn't feel like there was a bunch of filler sections. Which is good. It's a very indie film.
I wonder how I would have felt, though, if I didn't have subtitles on my silent scenes. Like, would you have thought the silent scenes were then filler, and you were like, God, I don't care about their love story? I don't know. I wonder how it would affect the feeling of the film.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
But
just something to think about.
I don't have any more notes because, like I said, this was very hard for me to write notes on.
Yeah, well, I struggled as well. And no, I'm out of notes.
Sam?
I think it would be weird to walk across the seafloor.
That'd be
even
dope.
if it was only like, however many miles offshore.
I'd be afraid I'm gonna sink.
Right? Like it was still like.
It's like, yeah, we have pluff mud here.
Yeah.
And if you step in pluff mud, you can get stuck.
Yeah.
Like you know how everybody, when we were all kids, we were like, quicksand's going to be a major part of my life.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be in this case.
I have an irrational fear of quicksand because of that.
Really?
Well, not really, but I used to in the woods because the woods behind our house. I used to go there, and it was just like not a lot of woods. It was just enough to separate certain divisions of the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a little creek, and I would like walk around and make sure. This was really young. Well, I would make sure there was like no soft sand. Like I would keep an eye out for quicksand. It's like quicksand is not even like in the U.S. I don't think.
No, it's not.
There's very specific situations where there's quicksand, and I would avoid it as a kid.
I know.
Like,
we watched too many cartoons as kids, man.
Yeah.
But Sam, you still have a long list of notes.
I do. I mean,
you got to keep going. We're all out.
Okay.
You're leading this discussion.
So at one point, it's towards the end, he like finds a bunch of windmills. Not sure what that was about. I don't think we were ever told it was a silent scene. But he's wearing a hoodie that says "Support your local." But we never get to see the bottom. What do you think he wanted you to support?
Your wind turbine, your windmills.
Support your local windmills.
Yeah.
That's your final answer for his one.
Yeah.
Okay. Tim, any thoughts? What this kid would want you to support?
No shoes on the beach.
There you go. Support your local space camps. Support your local Planned Parenthood, apparently.
Oh, God. That happened with Lisbon.
Yeah. Support your local... I don't
got
have anything else.
I was waiting for it.
I'm like, what else? What else is in this movie? Not sure. Let's see. All right, so Maddie gives his speech on cassette to his dad, where his dad's getting all emotional. Makes sense. And then they all sit around and they take shots.
Schnapps.
Shots.
Yeah.
And they're like...
To Maddie. Then they all busted down that wall.
Yeah, which I was confused about as well.
You're going to love this.
Do it.
The wall was like 30 kilometers long, and every time high tide came up in real life, they had to take it down, dismantle it. Otherwise, it would have sunk into the ocean, like into the ground.
That's a lot of work.
So they had to keep putting up and taking down this fucking 30-kilometer,
That's
or at
awesome.
least parts of a fence.
That's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work.
Worth it. The last note I had was just a question, but I think you guys are going to be like, dude, I don't know. But I'm going to ask it anyway.
Dude, I don't know.
So I feel like they kept looking at the birds that were like further out to sea. What's up with that?
I thought that was like an indication of something.
Right?
Yeah.
But were they just like living their best life, pondering about the pelicans?
Isn't there like a movie that says follow the birds?
Probably.
Like in a situation like this, I thought.
Matrix is follow the rabbit.
Harry Potter is follow
Birds,
spiders.
the movie Birds or whatever the fuck.
Not
like Birds, but what's the one with where they have the blindfold on, that new movie that I hated?
Bird Box.
Yeah, Bird Box. That's what I was.
Birdhouse.
They said
Birdhouse,
that.
yeah. No, it's Bird Box. I said Birdhouse first though.
I don't think they say anything about following the birds, but they do like use birds in that, right? So that's probably what you're thinking of.
I've never seen it. No.
Yeah, but I told you about it.
No, I didn't listen.
Oh. I didn't listen. I
can
actively
admit that.
didn't listen.
I can admit that.
But
I think it was Follow the Spiders from Harry Potter.
Could be. But, like, in theory, the pelicans would know where the fish are. So they would have figured it out.
Well, it would have been in that outside of that semicircle.
Yeah, so that it really wouldn't have told him anything except, like, the ocean's out there.
Yeah, I know. So, But he had to go get the tide back, and he did. He disappeared. He straight up disappeared.
I know.
Which is insane.
I don't understand.
I don't either.
Anyway.
Give me the full subtitled version.
Yeah, I just want an audio synced version, please.
Right.
But okay. Are you guys set for the cast?
Yes.
I'll take your silence as a yes.
Oh, I figured, yeah.
Onward.
Onward and upward. Micah is played by Max Moff. And he's in Victoria, Sense8, which is actually a Netflix TV show. I was interested in it, and then I never watched it. And then you guys are going to love this. He's in The Matrix 4.
Oh, look at that.
Since Tim brought up The Matrix, I thought it'd be funny.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What character was he in The Matrix 4?
Okay, so you remember how in... Spoilers for Matrix 4, slightly. Not really that far in that you learn this. But you know how the one... how they had the robots, but then they like were able to like make themselves kind of like real life, but they were like AI that made themselves real life. Is that weird symbiote? He was one of those things. He was a robot person thing.
Gotcha.
Awkward.
Yeah. So Yana is played by Lana.
Nice.
Lana Cooper. She's in Beat Beat Heart, Love Stinks in Bedways. Then Hannah, okay, here we go. Here's an actual German name. Grow. Swantje. I can't say that middle one. And then Kolkov. I can do that one. She's in Tatort, Ever After, and then Nothing Bad Can Happen. The director is Sebastian Hilger. He did Ayuda. Gosh, more German. Liebe... Veerut nicht. Something with night at the end.
Yeah, Night Shyamalan. Oh.
There we go. And then we got Familie ist kein Wunschkonzert. Which, family is the worst? Maybe? I don't know. I don't speak German. I tried for like a day and I was like, I'm good. I'll try and learn a Romance language first. They seem easier.
They are.
French and Spanish. But this movie won the Audience Award at the Toronto International Film Festival.
Nice.
So
they probably got synced audio.
They probably had synced audio for that one. So what's funny, bringing up Biff again, the comedy award that we're sponsoring is actually an audience award. So the audience gets to vote for their favorite comedy. So it's kind of funny that this was also an audience award. And this was also nominated there for Best Feature.
Nice.
IMDb has it as a 5.7 out of 10 and Google at a 62%.
Ooh, somebody got some...
I want to know how many of them had bad subtitles.
Yeah,
I really wish we would have looked through the reviews. Yeah.
Because, like, I'm going to go into mine. I would flip it on if I had the proper subtitle file. I don't think I'd try and watch it again with broken subtitles, though.
Yeah.
Like, this movie is super interesting to me, and I want to know.
I want it synced up badly.
I want it synced. It's only 80 minutes, too, so it's not like it's a huge commitment.
Yeah.
So, if you can find the audio synced with the subtitled version of this, I say definitely flip it on. How about you, Tim?
Yeah, I have a feeling I would really enjoy this. I found a way to enjoy this without the subtitles.
I
I feel like with the correct subtitle, like without the confusion and the missing out on scenes and like whatnot, back and forth of reading and watching, I feel like I would really thoroughly enjoy this. So I'm gonna say flip it on because I think it's just calming, oddly enough. But you know, maybe it becomes more of a not so calming if you actually can sync up the language or the words with the scenes. But
and like the music was real. I thought the music worked perfectly.
Yeah,
which probably plays into your calming.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
But yeah, and how about you, Sam?
Well, I think if you know German, flip it on.
Oh yeah,
obviously. Or even if you just know like broken German, like enough German to pick up a few words from each scene, you'd probably be vastly ahead of where we were because we had to wait like 15 minutes.
Dude,
okay, maybe it wasn't that out of sync. It was
actually, I meant to bring this up. I felt like somebody with broken German subtitled this and had to, because it was always on a delay, like because you had to like think about you had to translate in your head and then type it out.
It felt like it was live translation.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't get it to work up anyway. But yeah, so I feel like if you had just enough German, like I just wished I had just enough to like get through some of those scenes where there was like an epic amount of dialogue. It wasn't even epic. It was just like a regular scene with people talking back and forth. But I will say like it's an interesting experience. Okay, well, let me get to my point first. Like I would flip it on with synced audio. I probably wouldn't watch it again without synced audio. Like I'm kind of in Adam's camp. I did enjoy it, and I felt like it was an interesting movie watching experience because at some point the subtitles get so far behind that all you have is to watch the movie.
Yeah, you can't
and
do
so like
about it.
it's a very interesting way, in my opinion, to watch it because there's audio and you can like tell that people are really into these things, and you're just like, yeah.
Interesting.
Wait. I think I know what you're saying. Like, you're mad at that person. That guy's a dick. What'd he do? I'll find out in 5 minutes. So.
Oh, that's what he did.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It was definitely a different experience, which is part of the reason why I was like, I feel like we should still do this episode, guys.
Yeah.
But I would definitely, like, the fact that it had so much of our attention, like, with it being the hot mess that it was, I feel like it would be pretty good. Like, pretty solid if everything was working correctly.
Yeah.
Clearly, other people think that way too, with all those awards.
I know. But carrying on to next week, into the chaos, 50% of our board rely on the other two people.
Sweet. We're getting crazy now.
Yeah, because we got 2 pick 3s and 2 word plays of our 8 left.
Chaos time.
Chaos ensues. All right, Tim. I feel like a wordplay would be fun, but she's not getting wordplay.
No, she's not getting wordplay.
Sam, would you like to read what you got out loud?
Dealer's choice. Oh, shit.
Okay.
So much power.
So much power.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Shit, Tim, we're watching Spider-Man No Way Home.
I mean, I would watch it again, but probably not.
Everybody, write that down. Sam does not like comic book movies, and she just said that.
That's not what we're watching.
Oh, we're watching Eternals.
Ugh. I don't even know if that's
I know.
bad.
It's just a comic book movie.
It's just a Marvel movie, and I'm like, ugh.
She's over it.
Yeah.
She's Martin Scorsese over here.
Anyway.
But, yeah, so dealer's choice. So Sam's going to get to pick anything. And nobody else is going to say anything. So keep doing it.
Yeah.
All right, Prost.